Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. You might hear some wind in the trees. That's fake. I've got a sound effect from the YouTube audio library playing in the background on loop. Just so we have some kind of noise going on in the background. But I'm over here at the depot and I've got 6 hoppers bought. So I've got a little bit of money left over, but not much. So I decided, instead of buying a new engine, I don't really need a new engine right now. We're going to go to the iron mine and the smelter and all that good stuff. So we're going to be doing a bunch of track laying. But before I head back over to the lumber mill, or the sawmill, I guess, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to get these hoppers and drag over there. So that's the first order of business. I've just lined the switches. I'm getting ready to back up. So we'll have a little bit of train running here at the beginning, and then we're going to be doing a bunch of track laying. So you probably will be able to hear the wind over the train, but when we don't have any other sounds, there should be a little bit of ambiance. Ambiance, however you want to say that. Should be a little bit of that in the works. Easy there, bullet. Don't get too carried away. Whee! Vibration's really bad in this engine. Hope that gets fixed soon. Sometimes it jitters around so much I can't hardly get to the controls. Other than that, though, the old Montezuma is doing a great job. So let's go ahead and get slowed down. When I'm empty here, just the tender brake works pretty well. Looks like we're heading into that far track, I think. So let me put this on about 5%, and then we'll head back here. Oh, come on. See if I can get to the back of the train in time to put a link and a pin in there. No problem. Let's throw those brakes on. Go get a link and pin in here. So this is the 400 series car. So just going in the order they're in the G menu. And let's see. Slowing down pretty good. We have to take this brake off. Maybe take this one off too before we get completely stopped. So I think these cars are fairly heavy just on their own. So hopefully putting them on the back of the train isn't a terrible idea. Go. All right. All the way back to the front of the train. Whee! I should have left the cars on the siding. I thought of that after I'd already pulled them out. And had the hopper cars up front. But oh well. We'll get a little exercise in, running back and forth. Now, this should normally work, but with the stored momentum bug, we gotta do that, and then if we're tugging hard enough on everything, we get it all moving, then it'll be wanting to move forward. So I think we're okay. Let's put that back on like 6% or so. Not gonna run all the way back here. Playing brake, man. Yeah, I can kind of hear some wind. There we go. And that's directly from the YouTube audio library, so shouldn't be any issues using that sound effect. Take you off. Take you off. And and we'll start moving. All right, I'm going to get the rest of these hooked up, and we're going to head over to the sawmill, and we're going to start laying some track. I've got some ideas on how to incorporate it into the existing track, and then we'll start heading over towards the smelter area and around. There'll be a track that needs to go down to the smelter and then somehow around and over to the iron ore mine. Might try something different than what I did last time, at least for the start of it. So probably by the time I get back up to the front, it'll be time to stop this monstrosity. So I think I had 13 state cars. So this will be 18 cars by the time I get it all put together. You on, you off. So it'll take me a bit. I'm going to shuffle these around, get them all hooked up, and I'll see you over at the sawmill in a bit. Definitely getting my steps in today. We're all hooked up, ready to head out. Uh-oh. I ended up with 2 405s. Yeah, I'll fix that later. All right, let's put you on 10%. Hopper cars are a little tricky to get on, then you sink into them and get stuck. All right, we're moving. They kind of run along the side. Okay, let's head to the sawmill. 18 cars in tow. There we go. Fingers crossed. It's a lot of train back there. Now, can I pull all this to the iron mine? No. Especially not loaded with lumber and beams. I don't think. I don't know. We'll have to try it. If I remember right, just the empty hopper itself is pretty heavy. Trying to tell by the chuff. We're pretty much at top speed now. The top vibration anyway. Yeah, this you pretty much have to keep wide open when you got a big load on it. This is just a load of empty cars. I'm going to try to put in another 90-degree crossover. I'll show you what I've got in mind here as soon as we get this train over there sorted out. Get it stopped over on the loading side. Coast on in. I'm not sure if that switch is going to stay there. It might. All track work is subject to change. Not sure that's going to be sharp enough. We'll see. I might be able to make it work. I have an idea in my head. I just have to see if I can make it actually work with the track. don't really have a siding. I guess I could put these on the... Put the hoppers on the passing track for now. So maybe I should do that. Let me run over here. Oh, wait, no, I took the passing track out, didn't I? Never mind. We'll just park the train over here and have at it. I do want those past any switch work we might be doing, which looks like we're fine. Let's go play Brakeman. I think that'll do. You can see we've burned through all the logs. I took at least 3 loads of beams over. I had a little over 5,000. Then I bought 6 hoppers, $8.50 a piece. So now I don't have hardly any money left, but that's okay. We're gonna get some track. Track is free. So I'd like to do... I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room here to get this to work. So I wanted to switch like off of here to go out that way, because we're going to need to take lumber and beams to the iron mine. So we'll want to come out of here and go that way. That means all this track is no longer valid. So let's save and let's start blowing up track. It took me a while to get this in place. Goodbye, track. Let's see if we can make something work. So if we come out of there... Oops. I always want to hit escape, you know, like most games, to get out of menus. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to delete all this. Let's delete that. Let's just come right off of here. I'm gonna make this sharp. And then I want to switch to the left. And then can we join up with that track over there, or is it going to be too goofy? My bet is on too goofy. Let's take a gander, see what it looks like. I also might need the other roadbed option. Well, actually, that kind of works. Yeah, that'll work. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, so now we need to curve over somewhere over there and make a 90 degrees. So let's get this back out. Should have left that on the curve, I guess. So if we do like 100, what do we look like by the time we get over here? Just about right, actually. So let's do the 100 to there. Throw this on there. Here you. I need the other track. Not sure why it worked the first time, but it won't work now. So we come over to like here. And then can I hook just roadbed up to this? No, see the roadbed doesn't want to snap to anything. Unless I'm just doing it wrong. I have to do it like this? Nope. Okay, well, anyway. I just want a piece here to get an idea where the 90 degree needs to go. Oh boy, that's a lot of track, isn't it? Okay, well, let's see if we can make this work. So, let's grab this one. And we want the 90 degree to be about here-ish, perhaps. That is completely the wrong one, but good to know. Let me do this. Let's get some other embankment in here. That's at a curve, but it's given me an idea to work off of. So you need to come over to about there. Then let's demolish groundwork. Nope. All right, can we hook back up here and let's see how smooth we are. We can't hook up to there. But then can we, how tight do we have to go? Might have to do like a 50 coming out of there. Temporarily place that, and then let's get this hooked back up. Always make sure you're somewhat back to what you're trying to hook up to. And this might just actually work. Wow. Not too shabby, just for kind of eyeballing stuff. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's drop. I'm going to use slot 2 as kind of my temporary slot. My work in progress slot. Save early, save often. So then we're basically pointed in the direction we want to go. So let's get some sections down, and then we got to try to work a switch in here somewhere. Come on, track. Find your connection point. Oh, I had it. It's over there for some reason. All right. Oops. No, not that. Click all the wrong buttons. Logging. So that way we have a loop reversing back out. So we can come in and right back out over towards the iron mine. That's the idea. All right, we were doing a 50 curve here, right? So yeah, I think we can do work right into a switch over here. So we're going to right-hand switch. And hook right into you. Yeah, you're too tall. Need some other road bed option. Must need another road bed option. There we go. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. Nope, logging. I saw several comments about, like, cutting down all the trees. There's utilities that'll let you do that. And that's fine if that's what you want to do, but for me, I mean, part of the fun is blazing through the forest and, you know, coming up with a trail. It's a little bit annoying sometimes, but it's also kind of fun. Alright, yeah, we're still pretty much pointed in the direction I want to go. However, we're pretty tall. So we're going to have to go with this one. So I would imagine I want to start heading downhill a bit. So let's do 1% for a ways. And how are we looking on here on the map? Yeah, we're kind of heading where we want to go. Probably want to start angling out though. Was it 300 we were doing, I think, on the main line? Still coming down at 1%. There's a ravine or something over here somewhere that we're going to intercept. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so now we'll switch back to this rail. And we'll come up to even. It came down a little low. A little lower than I wanted. I switch to this track now. Nope. It won't let you. There we go. Now we're at 0%. And we should be able to use this track again. So we're pushing. I probably want to come to about here-ish and then straighten back out. At least until I get to where I want to be. Yeah, here's the ravine. This may not be where I want to cross. Trying to remember, there's a channel here. Can't see anything. Maybe we'll just cross here and we'll have a nice bridge. So we haven't used this yet. Looks like we do want to curve this. So what's this look like if we cross all the way over? We're going to hit a hill. That's no good. All right, so we need to be curved a little more in and then cross over. Trial and error, trial and error. This is going to be another long track laying video. In case you hadn't noticed that yet. So we're going straight here. We want to back up and we actually want to keep curving. It's like here's where we quit curving. So let's keep curving here. You're in my way, sir. All right, now do we want to curve the bridge or do we want to keep that straight? Let's cross the ravine and find out. Oh, too steep. Yeah, we probably want to straighten out because we need to be headed over this direction. Down this little cut, if I remember right. Yeah. So we'll straighten that up. In fact, we might even want to curve this direction a bit. Going to join into this hill here. Maybe just a slight curve to the bridge. It's a monster bridge. I like it. It's going to be a little tight here getting around, going through this cut. So we got plenty of room. Now I wanted to keep this at 300 on the main, but we may have some tighter sections because 300 isn't going to cut it here. Not in the slightest. So we'll have just a bit of that. And we're going to have to crank it down. And we also need to start coming down. This is a pretty steep cut, if I remember correctly. So if we do 100, that's just not quite enough. do an 80 at 1% grade, and it's not going to be, you know, too bad. Especially once we get a geared locomotive. It'd be no problem for a geared loco. So we're still pretty much falling at 1%. How long am I going here? That far. Now we can open back up to 300. Oh no, I got stuck. Glad I wasn't raising or laying a really long section of the track. I wonder if there's a downside to using short track sections. All right, back over to straight. And looks like we can come back to level again. That's 300 looking. Not terrible. We start coming down again though. Oh, that's right. There's this little bloop at the end here. So yeah, that'll be about perfect. As far as fall. Oh, but I can't use this road bed. It's not tall enough. So we're rolling back over here. Grab some of this. Actually, let's do this. We'll grab... How far can I go? It will lay some stone here where it gets too deep. We probably need to head that way to go to the iron mine, and then like that way somehow to get down to the smelter. I kind of forget the lay of the land over here. I know I had a pretty tough time getting down to the smelter the first time. We haven't really used the wall that much. Let's use a little bit of that right here. Just to cross this. See, oops. I always want to hit escape. Probably want to straighten this out. Let me just redo this whole thing here. Now, if there was a utility that would automatically cut all the trees so far from the track, that might be a possibility. I'd probably use that once I get all my track laid. And you might be able to do that with the utilities. Ooh, I wonder if we want to put a switch in here. Oh, but it's going to be flat, isn't it? I think the switches always have to be flat. Yeah, the switches always have to be flat. All right, never mind. Carry on. All right, and you're straight. You're straight, and you come over to here. It's a little bit of a stone wall. And I haven't saved in forever. Save this as our work in progress. That's going to get pretty ugly, isn't it? Yeah, we need to curve. I wish I could point on here. So what I'm thinking is go around to the left. Only one line like starts descending and another stays up kind of high, and then would join up over there above where it says smelter, and then head around to the right, you know, up towards the iron mine. So I don't know if that'll work, but that's kind of the tentative plan I had in my head. All right, 0%. We're going to have to abandon the 300 meter on portions of the railroad. Wonder if I should... Is this going to be on a... It's going to be on a decent grade, isn't it? Needs to have a grade going down. So I don't want to get much sharper than 100 if I'm on a serious grade. You know? Launch the trees into orbit. Maybe we can put a switch over there somewhere. How's stone look over here? Stone doesn't look too bad over here. So I kind of want to hug this side, which means we can open up quite a bit. I might be able to do 300 there. Then maybe get a switch in here somewhere. Where's that pointed? Yeah, that's kind of pointed in the direction I want to go. So that's not just an awful grade. Now, can I get a switch in here? Yeah, that's not good. That's not what I want. Well, if we tried to hit this flat part over here, is this something we can use? Yeah, maybe I want to come across here. Oops. I'm going to plop this down for marker. All right, delete. Do over. See for all the darn trees. We say I kind of want to be pointed in this direction. I want to join up with that ish. Now we can try to go join up with the other side over there. Only I think I want to do stone out of ways. I don't want to trestle, but we need to be heading up probably at least 1%. Now, which side is the bridge, like the guardrail on? Something I'm not sure about. All right, let's see if we can build a giant trestle over to where we're supposed to be trying to join up. Somewhere over here's some track. I'm liking this wind noise. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you can hear it on YouTube. I can hear it in my headphones. All right, so... Oh, interesting. It's actually... I actually need to go up for a little bit. Need like a 1% grade over to here. Okay, I think we can make this work. Just going to have to redo some of this track, but that's okay. Trial and error, right? So let's go back to our stone. Yeah, we can just... Can we even keep our 300? So let's see if we can just join up over there with... Oh, come here. On this D part, we're going to do stone again. So I could have just done... Should I just do stone all the way through? Looks kind of silly though with the stone down in the ground. Then we kind of need to start rising again. Yeah, we can't quite do our 300. It's gonna be a little tight. We could do a 150. All right, I think we can just join these up now and call it a day. Let's try that. It should match the grade and the curve, I believe. We'll just do that. I mean, I don't like the grass all over the place. But it's not the end of the world. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. This is going to be quite an operation, though. I mean, look, we've only made it this far. Almost an hour in. All right, let's cut some trees. I'll stay back from these so I don't get launched into orbit. Speaking of which, save. Come on, cut. There you go. Get out of here. Whee! Get these trees out of the way so I can see my beautiful trestle. You're not going to cut, huh? Some of these I might have to get from underneath. I kind of avoided long trestles for a long time on my first series, but I'm kind of feeling it. We've got the new trestles now. I'm feeling like we should have some of those on the railroad. Whoop. Come on, despawn. There you go. Okay, now we've got the upper part, and you know what I did? I completely forgot to put the switch in. So we need to go down to the smelter at some point. I was kind of thinking of following the side down, and I completely forgot about putting the switch in. I don't think we have enough room here to start going down. We could try, because this is a level section here. So let's just put a switch into the right. And we'll pretend like that goes down to the smelter. Not sure what we're going to have to do to get across the valley down here. I think we need to turn that way, though. Come on, hook up. Hook up. It's like the connection point gets lost in the math or something. I blame you, tree. It's all your fault. Oh, is it too far? It might be too... No, there it goes. I was going to say it might be too far off. Ground? Yeah, it's pretty tall through there. I want to get an idea of what we're dealing with down here. So we can pretty much keep level down through here. But we're going to use some stone here to cross this part. There we go. Cross to there, then we'll switch back to dirt. Run through the flowers. And then we head off into space. I'm not sure if we need to drop, though. Oops. Should we go old school bridge? Yeah, I kind of like the new one. All right, let's see where this takes us. We have to go all the way across to that wall. Oh, wow. We might need some steel bridge. I don't think... Yeah, I haven't used the steel bridge since the spline update. I don't know how well it works. It used to be a real pain to get lined up and everything. Well, let's run over here and see what we got. I don't remember how tall this is. It had a limit to its legs. I might have bit off more than I can chew here. We want to be kind of over there on some kind of grade. So how far can we go? Let's find out. We're approaching a 200-meter long bridge here. We also need to come this direction. Whee! That's pretty tall. Pretty tallish. So is there like some kind of... Oh yeah, there's like a semblance of a roadbed over here. That's kind of where we want to be. I think we're going to have to be a little tighter. Get into here. 240 meters. What happens if I just go boom? No, it doesn't want to work. Is that too long? Doesn't like me. I think it's telling me no. Yeah, it doesn't want to click, so I think it's too tall, perhaps. There's a pretty big gap there. Yeah, it's saying no. It's saying no thanks. Okay, well, new strategy. I don't think that's going to work. How are we going to get across this? Probably needs to be a narrower gap. So it's going to take some study. Made a little bit of progress, though. This is going to be... It's going to be very time consuming to get up to the iron mine. But once I get there, I can run loads out until it's full of iron ore. And make money that way. Where was my track? Was it up on this part? There it is. I think it's over here. There it is. All right, let's try going out a little ways with the this bridge. Can I end this one in the air? Yeah, I can end that one in the air. But then I think the legs are just too long for the metal bridge. Clicky, 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 clicky. Nope. It's having none of it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, even like there, it won't let... Oh, no, no! Let me click! Let me click! Is this progress? How cool would it be to come across here? I think it'd be pretty darn cool. But I don't think it's gonna let me do it. This is just really, really tall. Oh, it won't let me go past there. Am I supposed to hook on over here? And it wants to hook on there. Well, let me do that. No, I just want to go all the way over there, though. Well, just for funsies. Does this want to go? Nope. Does this want to go? That won't even hook up. Well, okay, it's letting me build it a little bit at a time across here. We're probably floating in the air. If I can make it across, we'll see how ridiculous it looks. I have like no control over how long it's like it's that or that. Yeah, I think we're definitely too tall now. So I used to like build road bed and across and stuff and get it to work that way. What's this look like from down here? Plonk. Yeah, I think that's just the limit of the legs. It's as far as we can go. Do we even still have the option of building a giant embankment? No, doesn't want to build that either. I don't think it lets you build stuff in the air anymore. See, it would be underneath here. It's saying, nope, sorry. Can't build it in the air. Yeah, well, I'm too far up in the air, it looks like. I'm gonna have to rethink this and come up with a better plan to get across the canyon here. Maybe here and then curve around and be on that lower part and then work my way up somehow. I don't know. I'll play around between episodes and we'll see how far I can get. That's as far as we made it. It's a bridge too far. We made it, what? An 1/8 of the way to the iron mine? Something like that. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Hope you enjoy the wind sound. It's nice having some ambient. Even though it cuts out when it loops. It's only 3 minutes and 34 seconds, but I think it's better than silence. Let me know what you think. If you made it this far, hats off to you. Thanks for hanging out. Take care.